I'm going in. Wish me luck. One kid left. I gotta get the shit out of here. Alright, you Ooh, he's so scared. I'm gonna be rough with you because you are such a pussy. The fuck? The fuck you mean? Puunnoksatko estää?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Bantu ya buta tiyambele ketikaka mosi beto nyoso kebampangi atampidina ya ikentango ya kuvutuka diaka ni mave menga kekilo kutamasa kutulambi nambi kekilo.
How am I supposed to extract you? Get there! And then we steal the leader. And then... Jumalista kun hakki nopeamman helikopterin, siellä tapahtuu niin alta aikaa sitä. Good. Like this guy.
All that's left is to extract the commander.
Tule siitä. Nyt lähdetään vehtää täältä.
All right, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Ah ha ha ha.
Mission complete, boss.
It only be.
Boss, about how we report this one to the client. I'll tell them we took heavy resistance from the renegade platoon and the hostage was killed in the firefight. Also, their leader wouldn't let himself be taken alive. I doubt the client will pay us for this one, but we got a big enough reward from the General's number 2 instead. And as for the number 2, he's saying he wants to join Diamond Dogs. I guess he knows what that means for him. He said, if I'm working for you, I can be number 2 or number 200 for all I care.
But he's a troublemaker. Karanteeni platform has been constructed. Move between platforms using arrows, blah blah. Karanteenialue, se on vähän huonompi juttu.
Boss, we have an emergency. Many of our staff are falling ill. At first it seemed like a common cold, but before we knew it, blisters started popping up on their chests and... Damn it.
Please.
I'll fill you in at the ACC. Just get in the chopper.
I'm coming. Oh no. No. Oliks tää se mitä Quiet yritti estää, että tyyli... Onks äijä tarttuuntunut tai jotain vai what the fuck?
Mission
Look
list
closely.
caution.
Those are the
Rain
symptoms of the
approaching.
infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop. Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before?
Yes.
Bodies floating around in the oil facility, the bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House. This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher. So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa. Boss, the situation is urgent. We need to quarantine the infected and contain the pathogen. Priority now is to prevent more casualties. But the problem is, how do we tell who's infected? During the incubation period, we have no way of knowing who's clean. You'll have to try and guess who's infected before they go symptomatic and quarantine them. That'd be easy if we just knew the route or vector of the infection. From now on, if you even suspect a staff member's infected, use your iDroid to order them into quarantine. Given the situation, the men won't submit to quarantine just because I or the medical team tell them to. But they will listen to you. Of course, it's just a temporary measure until we find a permanent solution. But at least they'd be in solitary isolation so they won't infect each other, and we get the mental care they need. If we do nothing, we'll only lose more people. We have no choice. Boss, open your iDroid.
Avasin jo.
I'll explain how to quarantine staff members suspected of infection. Go to the Mother Base menu and select Staff Management. First, take a look at the quarantine facility we've set up.
Oh no, bitter
We'll
crap.
isolate anyone who's already symptomatic at the quarantine facility. But we have to expect that there are multiple staff who are infected, but asymptomatic. So how do we identify them? At present, we have no way to tell them apart. But there has to be something for us to go on. If you notice anything, reassign staff you suspect are infected to the quarantine facility. We'll monitor them and then contact you if there's a change in their condition. Correctly quarantining these asymptomatic infected will reduce the number of new infections. You should continue with your missions as usual. If Cypher is behind this, going after them should help us determine the root cause of this epidemic. Also, until we identify the pathogen, we can't fire or dispatch any staff. We cannot let this thing spread. Boss, get to the bottom of this fast. We're counting on you.
Helevatan. Nää on hyviä ukkoa. Täällä on A++. A++ sanot A. Oi hevo helvetti. Tää on huonompi juttu. Ja juu. Ketään näistä ei voi heittää pois. Kuis saatanasti mulla on 28. Saaks Silent Basiliskin heittää pois? Please. Hänellä on paskastatsit. Älä sinä siellä tuijota.
Boss, a new job's come in. It's a hit. I'm the human trafficker who sent Shibani and the others to Nzoya Badiabulu, where you ran into Skullface. The thing is, this guy might know something about the disease that's going around Mother Base. The symptoms are similar to the ones we saw at that factory. Start by checking the mission details on your iDroid.
Thank God.
Please select a mission.
Episode 26. Hunting down. Hunting them down like fucking rabbits.
Boss, the target is a PF logistics officer who works as a human trafficker on the side. The client wants him dead. He's currently on the run somewhere on the savannah with bodyguards. Unfortunately, we don't know what route they're taking. All we have to go on is a coded transmission sent by the PF at the Titati abandoned village. It appears to be a workup of the target's security plans, but to decipher it, we'll need an intel file with the encryption key. This key should be at the comms facility at the Titati abandoned village. Check your iDroid to see what the target looks like, as well as the location of the village. Find a route. Find a man.
Hän näyttää ihan tuolta Komodo Dragonilta.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Oh my goodness, what? You got double S.
You made it to the Ditati abandoned village. That's where the enemy PF's coded transmission came from. There's got to be a transmitter there somewhere. It could have the intel file containing the encryption key. Look for an antenna.
Analysis
Well, look what have we
complete.
here. Prisoner. Because you seem like a chap that needs help. Väkeä pitkin ylös vielä ja
That prisoner you extracted was a civilian abducted by the target. He says the trafficker is trying to make contact with a human rights NGO. He hopes that by handing over his list of buyers, they'll guarantee his safety. But I don't get it. Why an NGO? Why run to someone else for help?
Analysis complete.
holy shit!
The map has been updated.
Ups, liika. Oho.
The map has been updated.
A prisoner. He might have some information. If you extract him, we'll see what he knows.
Alright, let's take the intel on these papers. Wunderbar.
Intel
Picked up an
file
intel file.
obtained. Extraction
According to this
arrived at
information, the
Mother
target is
Base.
headed for Gaziba camp.
The map
We also
has
have
been
his movement
updated.
route. I've updated your map. Use the target's route to
Development
locate him.
project has been
Eliminating
added.
him will be much harder if he makes it to the Gaziba camp. Take him down on the savannah.
Analysis
That's the
complete.
target. Eliminate him, however you see fit.
God damn it, I have troublemaker again. But then again, se voi antaa elossa niitä tärkeitä infoa.
Target extracted. Mission complete.
Uhahaha.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Amazing. Mission complete. That right there is why you're the best, boss. The one and only.
Ah! Ha ha ha! Stop your flattering.
Our trafficker was very talkative. Guinea pigs. That's what became of his kidnapped victims. Says he got a good look at that factory at Zoya Badiabulu when he dropped off some fresh guinea pigs for them. Along with our man without a face. His instincts told him to run like the rat he is. Said it wasn't worth the money. Figured he could be next. That's when he went to the NGO for help. He thought that in exchange for his buyer's list, they could set him up with a new identity someplace far away. He had an idea who he was up against, and he didn't want to take any chances. A true rat. But like us dogs, he knew when he smelled trouble. And something else. He said the specimens come from deep in the forest. We don't know what he meant by specimens just yet. But those guinea pig symptoms match what we've seen on the infected at Mother Base. Deep in the forest. Maybe there's the clue we need to beat this infection. Boss, the truth could be right around the corner.
All you gotta do is say